Hi lovelies and welcome back. We are bare skin and ready to do a quick go-to glam. So, some quick overviews of what we're going to be using today. We're going to be picking up the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. He looks like this. Ooh. The Nomad palette, also from Juvia's Place. He looks like this. And he's this beautiful Warmsin situation. But we're going to keep it simple. Wish me luck. So for starters, I always like to correct under my eye. I'm gonna pick up the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Deep Dark 54. And we're gonna go underneath the eye area and just lightly get my life together. This shade for me is almost perfect because it almost looks like my actual skin tone. And I don't want a super duper bright eye, so I'm gonna go ahead and just correct. You know, we need to lighten it up a little bit, then we'll just pick up my other concealer color. Which the other concealer color is also from ColourPop and it is Dark 48 for those of y'all who don't know. I've been digging my Juvia's Place one, so I'm gonna pick him up. So I'm gonna pick up the Juvia, blend, blend, blend. On camera, you can see the difference between my actual shade and this concealer, but in real life, like looking in my mirror, you can't see that. I'm sitting in front of a lot of lights. I have a light here, here, and here, and I also have an overhead light, so in camera this is bright. On my cheat days, I literally just take this shade and blend it out into the oblivion of my face where you can't really see where one color started and the other one ended, and I just set it. I just give you that your girl got some sleep. We're faking, but it sounds good. We're also going to be picking up the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. I wear the shade Deep Dark 195. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, baby. I put about 2 pumps on the back of my hand. Then I take my finger and put it in place. That forehead swipe was bigger than it was supposed to. And I always just like, it's the weirdest habit. I know somebody watches me do my makeup and like, what the crap are you doing? I'm gonna blend this out. And I'll be back. See you in a sec. Boom. All blended. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the Dark 48 so we can brighten and highlight the under eye and the high points of our face. Do the bridge, you know, do your tribal markings, you guys. I don't always do my chin. Some days I do, some days I don't. But I guess I'm going like with a simpler look. I kind of do just do my chin. Oh, and my contour shade is the Matchstick from Fenty, and it is the shade Espresso. I'm gonna go ahead and blend all this out. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, we are blended. We are blended. Let's go ahead and take the good old wet sponge here. I'm gonna just press in under my eye because I want to make sure that every wrinkle that could possibly form under there is smooth. I'm gonna try to take the shade Namid from the I Am Magic setting powder and put that under my eye for a brightening because I do not think this is the right shade for me. All right, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my translucent powder, the translucent flower setting powder from Beauty Bakery. I'm gonna put it on a large fluffy brush. I don't set with translucent powder often, but on a day like this, it's perfectly fine. It doesn't give me any color, doesn't take away anything. It just literally is just setting my face. On your mark, get set. And then we jump in the eyes. We are set. I'm actually gonna take my setting powder, the translucent one, and I'm gonna go ahead and just tap a little in the top, a little tap that out. And I'm gonna take my translucent powder and I'm gonna set that right here and use this as my shadow shield. Now that we're all set, we're gonna get bronzy. And as usual, we're gonna be picking up the Fenty Beauty in the shade Coconut. And we're gonna bronze ourselves up and look like a bronzed goddess. You know what I'm saying? This is a great go-to look. I love the Warrior palette for this eye look because it is so simple. So we're just gonna grab a large fluffy brush. As always, I start every look with a large fluffy brush, large fluffy dense brush. And this is the AOA Studios E103. I'm gonna take Yodit and put it in the upper bridge, upper situation here. And I'm going to deepen with Khufu. And then I'm gonna add warmth with Jamada. Let's get saucy. Matter of fact, let me do the other eye and then we'll do the other eye. You dig? Be right back. Picture my all in the camera and stuff. All right, we're back. This is my simple look. And so let's duplicate it, shall we? As always, we're gonna take that big fluffy brush. We're gonna dip into the shade Yodit. And we're gonna place him right up in this upper brow situation. I always like to make sure I have color everywhere, and taking a really nice color like that helps you out. Then we're going to deepen up my crease with the shade Kofuru. And I start at the outer V as always. Can you guys see that? And I just tamp him into place. And then I blend him inside. A nice little windshield wiper motion. I'm going to switch over to the Morphe M513 brush, and I'm going to go into the color Jamata, and this will give me a little bit of warmth here. This will turn into purple. And I just literally flick it on the outer and just bring it in. And then I slowly, oh so slowly, bring it up. So when I look ahead, you guys can see that color. Now I'm going to take a flat brush. I have my E123 brush, and I'm going to pick up this shade here at the top. It doesn't have a name. It looks almost more yellow on camera, but it's actually like this, like a combination of this shade here and this shade here. So it's like this little peachy number. And then down here, I'm going to pick up this more like champagne-y white shade. So I'm going to go dead center with the yellower peachy shade. Tamp up to where my crease is. And as always, I tell you guys, I have hooded eyes, so I also have to stop and open my eyes. Have an eye opening experience just to make sure I can see it. And then I'll start tamping towards the outer V, because I always like to bring my shade all the way out. Even though I'm going to add my crease shade on top, it kind of gives me a blend. You know, it's not just a stark stop and stop situation. This color stopped and that color stopped. It's this awkward line. No, I don't like that. And I'm going to jump into the more taupey shade at the bottom. And I'm going to press that on the inner V. And then use this to cut. I just lightly do that. Beautiful. So to keep this look on the lighter side, I'm actually going to just take Jamata on my smudger brush, and I'm going to smudge my under lash line. Let's get smudgy. And as always, we pounce, pounce, pounce. And always connect your lower lash line with the upper lash line by just sort of bringing that line up. I use the line of color from the lower lash line. If I'm going to lean in here, you guys can see right here, it's a little bit darker. And so that's the line that I follow when I do my wing. A little secret. I'm gonna pick up my Fenty liner, shaking him up a little bit. Let's line the eye. I'm gonna do my left eye, my right eye first, because I always struggle over there. And then it's easier for me to match on the other side. So let's do that. That'll work. So I always make my line a little bit thicker here, and then I get really, really, really hair thin as I go to the inner corner. So this is a more daytime fluffy look, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it light. And when you add that liner, darling, it amps it up a notch. Let's do the left eye. If you're doing eyeliner for the first time, like you're just venturing into it, especially if you're trying a different type of applicator, take it easy on yourself. Nobody's good at this the first time. Some people are used to using like a pencil, and then when they go to the liquid things and the felt tips and the brush ones that look like a paintbrush, you gotta learn. The Fenty one's really cool because it's like a triangle shape, you know? The one that I use is from NYX is round. So guys see that? That's a round shape. All right. Let's dust ourselves off. Boom, baby. Hey. Since I was using Jamata, I decided to go with these beautiful colors, and this is the Saharian blush palette. This is their volume 1, and it's covered in setting powder. Let me wipe that out for you. Okay, let's try it again. So here it is. Can you guys see the little bit of ooh? But yeah, so I want to go with the one in the top center, and then I always sort of lighten that up with the bottom one if I feel like I went too far. So let's see what happens when you go to apply the blush today. Don't forget, I warned you. This is a highly pigmented situation. Like I literally just tamped it on and it's got payoff. Can you see that? Can you see that? Just a little tamping right into the apples of my cheek. I have really large cheeks, so I have to softly smile, because if I smile too much, my eyes are closed. I am gonna go get Toby. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. So I'm gonna grab Toby, load that brush up, and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did a second ago. Do a really soft, flirty smile. When I use Toby, it gives me this soft gradient. I don't know which one it is. This ain't English class. Moving on. Now we're gonna move into our finishing touches. We're gonna pick up my large fluffy brush and my Sephora Micro Smooth Setting Powder, and we're gonna pounce that on top. Then when I'm doing my forehead, I swirl it in there, and then I'll tamp it, and then I'll blend it. This might seem like it took longer than the 15 minutes that I quoted, and I'm gonna go ahead and set my face while I'm talking. BTW. I know you guys noticed in the last few videos where I'm doing my makeup that I've been combining my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist with the NYX Bear With Me setting spray. Truth is, these two together, I don't get shiny. I wear my makeup for like 8 to 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours. From the time I applied it to the time I came home. And then I put these two as my finishing moves. And guess what? Your girl ain't like hecka shiny. Let's spray. So I'll do the Morphe first, then the NYX. I literally left my fan in the other room. Palettes are a great helper. Let me get all fanned and set, and I'll be right back for the final touches, highlighting the lips. We are all set. We are been spritzed and dried and ready to fly. Yay! I'm going to grab a small teardrop shaped brush. He's covered in pink highlighter right now, but it's fine. That's why we have a brush cleaner. Swirly, swirly, swirly. I'm not gonna sit there and blow smoke up your tailpipe and tell you your girl cleans her brushes every single... No, they get clean like once every 2 weeks or so. They'll get clean eventually. You'll see, don't worry. I like using a teardrop shaped brush whenever I apply a loose highlighter. I feel like I get more control. And speaking of my highlighter, I'm gonna be using this Shayla, Makeup Shayla and ColourPop collab in the shade Pose. See how much you pick up? Then I take the top and literally swirl it in there and tap off the excess. Then I'm gonna slip over here to make sure we don't over highlight ourselves. I just want to tamp it on really nicely. Can you guys see that highlighting power coming through? I'll just do it right down the bridge of my nose, very, very gently. And I sort of like to rub it down to make sure your girl isn't like beaming. We're shining, we're shining, we're shining, we're shining. But isn't that cute, guys? My cheat look, guys. I'm gonna tell you my cheat look is to get this lip liner. Let me line my lip. Hold on. We got all lined up there. Real nice like. You can pick a soft pink to go with this, a really soft purple, a sheer lip would do great for this. I like to take a nude lip. This is the shade 2003 Naked from the AOA Studios Wonder Matte. It's a really nice, pretty nude color. So let's just nude it out. Done. See how simple and poised that looks? But if you want to amp it up, you can pick up this gloss. This is Fudged. It's a sheer gloss, 18J5. But I do know this is from ColourPop. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on because I want to make a little statement on the lip. That, my lovelies, is my quick and simple look. That does it for me, my lovelies. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you know someone who'd be motivated by this or find it inspirational or encouraging for their next look, share. Why? Sharing is caring. If you have not already subscribed to my lovely family, then you know what to do. Hit that red button down below. And to be notified of my next video, don't forget to hit that bell because we like to make it rain up in the air. Stay bold, stay colorful, stay positive, and keep smiling. Keep pushing, keep doing you. Peace, my lovelies.